This is Joy Black at Bon Air Christian Church, and you are with us for November 28th Standing Qigong class. Welcome. We have missed a few weeks, and I'm happy to be back with you. We're going to review what we covered before. Those of you who have been able to practice using the existing videos will find it familiar. Those who maybe haven't been able to, it's hard during the holidays, I know. This should be a good review for you and get you warmed up to learn even more today. So welcome back. The first thing that we want to do, of course, is ground ourselves. And after that, we'll do a little bit of a warm up, and then we will get right into learning and practicing what we've covered so far of this form. Okay, so the primordial Qigong form is the name of the form. It's also called Tai Chi for enlightenment, and it's also called the Wu Qigong form. So lots of names. All we need to know is that it's just a beautiful, joyous, free-flowing form that gets us to move our body, to breathe aerobically without any stress, no force, no pushing, and to feel better afterward, to have an intention for gathering healthy energies from the heavens, the earth, and the four directions all around us, bringing them into our bodies, our energy field around our bodies, and helping to clear negative thoughts, negative energies, and refill those spaces with these healing energies, natural energies that are always there for us if we would just do some of these practices. So let's begin by grounding. Stand in your Wuji pose, knees slightly bent. Put your awareness on your breathing, in and out through your nose. Don't force it. Let it be natural at your own pace. And now put your awareness on the soles of your feet and the base of your spine. And send down some grounding cords from your sacrum at the base of your spine and the soles of your feet down through the floor, deep into the earth. Go as deep and as wide as you want these cords to go. Let them just move through the earth. And then invite the earth energy to rise up along these cords, these grounding cords, up through your feet, through your legs, your hips, and into your lower abdomen, and up through the cord that descended from your sacrum. Let healing earth energy rise up into the base of your spine and move along the entire spine, up your back, the back of your neck, into your skull. Let it rise up through the whole body in the front as well. We're taking this earth energy a little farther today. And then just let it be. It will find its cycle, its pathway to move through your body and ground you to the earth. The more you do these grounding practices, the more you will feel them energetically in your body. Like right now, my legs feel very heavy and my feet feel like they are pushing into the floor, like they have weights on them. And that is a very strong grounding. It gives me stability. It gives me added balance. And added strength. Okay, so we're all grounded. Let's warm up a little bit. I spent my fair share of time sitting around over Thanksgiving holidays. So instead of doing the typical Tai Chi warm up where we wake up points that we've done before, I want to do some actual movements that relate to the form we're going to be working on so that we focus on the muscles we're going to be using. The muscles, the points, the fascia, we loosen and warm up those areas. So let's begin with spinal cord breathing. We've done it before. We start in Wuji pose. Focus on our breathing. We bring our arms up like this and form gentle fists. I hesitate to even call them fists, the very gentle fingers. Okay. And as we inhale, we open the arms and lean back slightly. Shoulder blades go together. And as we exhale, we bring the arms together, we open the shoulder blades, and we hunch the back. We don't often hunch the back in Qigong, but we do in this. I'll show you from the side. Here's the starting pose. Inhale. Shoulder blades together, arms open. Exhale, close everything up. Open up the back of your spine. Closing the front of your spine. Inhale. Now we're opening the front of the spine, closing the back of the spine. Exhale, open the back of your spine. Inhale, open the front of your spine. Move at your own pace so that your breathing can coordinate with your movements. Notice where your tight areas are. And when you found those tight areas, direct your breath into those muscles. That's a mind-body thing. Just have the intention that your breath goes right to those muscles, that fascia, those areas. One more. Okay. Good. Now, let's get back in Wuji pose, arms hanging at the side. And protecting your knees, remember the knees are slightly bent. We don't want to twist the knees. We are going to twist from the waist up. We're going to just let the arms they just kind of swing, but we're not using them, we're not taking muscles and moving them. We're letting them swing and drop. And this opens the front and back of the shoulders. It moves the waist a little bit, moves the rib cage. You can raise your hands up and hit the abdomen and hit the kidney, abdomen and kidney, and give the organs a little bit of a wake up with this warm up too. The head turns with the upper body. And the next time you go to your right, I want you to lift the right arm in the air. Other arm goes behind your back. You can lift that heel up. Let me step back so you can see. You can lift that heel up to protect your knees. But this is going to open the shoulder blade area. Further open the shoulders and the upper back. It's a little bit bigger twist. Keep breathing. back down to the organs. And back down to the sides of the body. Okay. Another warm up for waist, hips, knees, and ankles. Back to Wuji pose. You can bring your hands to your waist if you want. Hold it however feels comfortable. We want to bend only at the waist, so we're not going to be bending the whole body. We want to bend at the waist. Front, side, back, side, at your own pace. Inhaling as you go back, exhaling as you come forward. And you don't have to chop it up to front, side, back, side. You can make it a nice oval. One more and then we'll change direction. Change direction. Remember to have your knees slightly bent. It will help you with your balance. Good. One more. Okay. Now, hips, and I like to put my hands right here, but you figure out what feels comfortable to you. And we're going to move the hips to the right, the front, the left, the back. Same thing. You can break it up to 4 separate movements, but I find it feels better to just create a flowing oval. Lubricating these joints, that's what we're doing. Lubricating the joints, warming them up before we ask them to do all this repetitive movement in the form. One more and then we'll change direction. One more. Okay, good. Now the knees. I have some arthritis in my knees, so I'm very careful. If you don't, then you can do some knee turns like that. But what I do instead is I bring my feet and knees together, for those of you who have arthritis, place my hands on the knees and rotate them together. And you'll notice the ankles also get a nice warm up. You also work all the little bones and muscles of the feet, which help with balance, because you notice as you are rotating, the different part, your weight falls to different parts of your foot. So those muscles and bones need to be ready to receive that and pass it on to the next part. Now let's change direction. Don't overdo it again if your knees bother you. Qigong is not about pushing to the point of injury or anywhere near that. There's no pushing in Qigong. It's about balance. 2 more. Good. And now, with your hands, give those knees a nice massage. You may want to separate your feet some. Really rub the sides of your knees, below them, on top of them, above them, on the insides. Rub the backs of your knees and the fronts again. Good. Okay. Now, let's work the hips a little more. Feet wider apart. And let's just shift. Let me step back so you can see me. Let's shift the weight from one leg to the other. When I'm on this leg, the knee's bent. When I'm putting weight on this foot, the knee's bent. My back, neck, and head are upright and straight. My arms are just hanging. This is more work for ankles, knees, and hips. You also feel it in the inner thigh. It's your kidney meridian, inner thigh, a whole leg on the inside, both legs. It's kidney. Go at your own pace. Keep breathing. Okay. Now, let's stretch the back out a little more. Start from Wuji pose, but with feet further apart. Slowly on your exhale, bend at the top of the neck, that top vertebra, and then one vertebra at a time. Roll down, let the arms hang, roll down. And you may need to spread your feet wider. Go as far as you can. If this is as far as you can go, that's great. If you can touch the floor, do that. You can spread your feet even more. And now, shift your weight from foot to foot. Bending the knee that is not carrying the weight. Actually, you're bending the knee. Both feet are carrying some weight. It's a little different when you're down like this. Go at your own speed. Keep breathing. Stretching out the back, the inner legs, kidney meridian. Go slow. Now hold. Breathe. Other side and hold. Breathe back to center, feet closer together, and then slowly, starting at the base of your spine, rise up one vertebra at a time, arms just hang, inhaling until the neck and the head are up. Very good. Okay, that was a good warm-up. Now we're ready to begin. So we start with the earth cycle, and we've learned that. We've learned the turns that we have to make to get us from east to north to west to south. I think we learned the closing. I think we learned the whole earth cycle. Now, because we want to do a good warm-up for those who maybe haven't had a chance to practice, we're going to do it a couple times, but then we're going to move into the heavenly cycle today. Okay, so I just want to do a refresher on the two turns that we learned, and let's practice those. Remember, one of the turns has us with right hand on the bottom, okay? Holding a ball of energy, a chi ball in our hands. And before we do the turn, we change position, rotate. One more time, change position, rotate. So twice we change position and rotate. Palms always face when we end. The other thing to notice about this is that the bottom hand comes to the front. Top hand stays close to the body on change position. Rotate to face palms. bottom hand up front, top hand bottom. Okay. Excuse me, top hand back. So bottom hand to the front, change position, flip the hands. Bottom hand to the front, change position, flip the hands. The bottom hand starts out as the right hand. So right hand out front, change position, flip. Left hand out front, change position, flip. We're back where we started. Bottom hand to the front, change position, flip. Bottom hand to the front, change position, flip. Okay. The other move, we'll just, the other turn I will work into, I will go over it as we go through the form. So remember that we always start facing east, but for classroom purposes, I'm going to pretend like that direction is east, so that I'll start with my back to you, so that when I use my right hand and say right hand, it will match up with your right hand. It'll be less confusing. So we're going to start in Tai Chi position, Wu Ji position, knees slightly bent, shoulders down, breathing in and out through your nose. And let's begin. Earth energy up, heavenly energy down. Form a Qigong, right hand on the bottom in front of your dantian. Separate yin and yang, right hand up, left hand down, eyes follow the right hand. Rotate both hands, come back together in front of the dantian. Separate again, left hand up, right hand down, eyes follow the left hand. Rotate both hands, come back together in front of the heart, and take it up through the heavens, out through the cosmos, gathering these energies down into the earth. Remember, don't bend over. Just reach with your etheric fingers deep into the earth, your intention, and pull that energy up through your feet and legs and torso and into your heart. Okay, into your heart. We're holding it right here. And then open your heart and take it out in front and go over to the right, to the moon and the past, across to the left, to the sun and the future, back to the right, to the stars and the present moment, and down in front, right hand on the bottom. And this is where we're going to do that turn we just practiced. Bottom hand comes to the front, change position, flip, bottom hand to the front, change position, flip, and we're back to having our right hand on the bottom. Then we put the weight on the right foot, pivot the left elbow and heel, step left and scoop left. We're facing north now, scoop right, scoop left, scoop right, and this is the next turn. As we're scooping right, notice the weight's on your right heel, so you're able to easily turn and step over. Put the right hand under the left. Now that I'm facing you, I'll change it. And we repeat again. Change position, flip. We're facing west now. Change position, flip. Weight on the right heel. Y'all are going to go the other way. I'm going to mess you up. I'm just going to have to do it this way because we're changing directions anyway. Pivot. So we go from doing this to weight on our right heel, pivot left foot and elbow, step left and scoop left, step right and scoop right, scoop left, scoop right. And when the right arm comes down, we inhale up to the sides, lifting the earth energy. We come back down, Inhale up through the cosmos, through the heavens, and pull all of that energy down through the body to the Dantian. Okay, this is the difficulty with teaching Qigong on a video and calling out right or left. So I apologize. It works much better in person. But what I'm hoping is that those of you watching today have watched the previous videos and you're far enough along that you won't be thrown off by that. So I think we'll just keep going. I think what we'll do is we'll do it again, but move right into how we change from Earth cycle to heavenly cycle. But I want to point this out. We started facing east. We did a turn that took us to the north. Then we did another turn that took us to the west. And then a fourth turn that took us to the south. So we did east, north, west, and south. And then a closing. And now we're facing south. So we started in the east and went through 4 directions. We're now facing south, and we're going to repeat the same thing through 4 directions. This is how the whole Earth cycle goes. So we will start south, we'll move to east, to north, and the 4th direction will be west. And this is where we will close, which means this is where we'll start the next Earth cycle. So we'll do west, south, east, and north. This is where we close, and this is where we start the final Earth cycle, the 4th cycle. North, we turn to west, we turn to south, we turn to east, and we're back where we started. So we did 4 Earth cycles, and then we're going to start the heavenly cycle. So we did an Earth cycle that started in the east and ended in the south. Then we repeat an Earth cycle that starts here in the south and ends in the west. We repeat the same Earth cycle, but it starts in the west, it ends in the north. And the 4th and last Earth cycle starts in the north and ends in the east. And so we start the first heavenly cycle in the east, just as we started the first Earth cycle in the east. So that's an overview kind of the whole form, which can take 15 to 20 minutes to do, depending on your rate of movement. I'm not going to take time to take us through all 4 Earth cycles, but I just want you to understand that, and we will do them all at a later class. I just want to move into the heavenly cycle. There is a turn to learn, one more turn to learn. Once we have closed out all 4 Earth cycles, we're facing east again. There is a turn to get us from this closing of Earth cycle into opening the heavenly cycle facing this direction. So let me just show it to you first. You may remember that when we make our final turn over here to the last part of Earth, we scoop left, we scoop right, scoop left, scoop right. When this arm comes down, we go up, deep into the earth, out in front through the cosmos, through the heavens, and down through the body. And our hands come to rest on our dantian. So the way, and I would stay facing this direction when I do this, but I want you to see it. Get a drink of water. The way I get from east to north is I'm going to slowly drop my hands at the same time I slowly put the weight on my right leg. And I'm going to pivot my left leg and reach up to the heavens as I turn around to the next direction. This arm comes all the way around. So it's gone from up through the heavens. I turn, it comes down, it brushes off against this hand, just brushes off. And then it begins heaven, heaven, right arm, left arm. And notice how we're changing our legs like we did in the warm up. It looks like this. Bending the knee. This is what it looks like, the heavenly cycle. There are very few movements in the heavenly cycle beyond this. It's so much simpler to learn than the earth cycle, so you have learned most of this form already. So feel good about that, okay? Now, the thing that can happen with heavenly cycle is by the time we get to it, we are really feeling the energy. We can get zoned out. It's easy to do. And so once we start this scooping, this repetitive motion, you're supposed to do 10 of them. Well, you don't want to be in your head counting 1, 2, 3, 4, because that defeats the whole purpose. But we do need to keep a count. And so what I like to do, and it works our energy meridians too, is on my right hand, when I take the first one, I just toggle my pinky. And the first one on my left hand, I toggle that pinky. Second one, ring finger of the right hand. Ring finger of the left hand. Middle finger of the right hand. Middle finger. Pointer. Pointer. Thumb. Thumb. And so we have 10 fingers. And so by the time we've gone through pinky, pinky, ring, ring, middle, middle, pointer, pointer, thumb, thumb, we have done 10 of these. And we're ready to take the next step. Okay? So that's kind of how the heavenly cycle works. We start out here by turning here, and then we do 10. And then we turn 10, and then we turn to the fourth direction, 10. Now we repeat like the earth cycle. We're on our fourth direction. We're going to start over. And so we do 4 heavenly cycles, 1 from each direction. And then there's a closing for the whole earth and heaven form. And that's the end of it. So let's work on that turn from when we finish all the 4 earth cycles and we're ready to start heavenly cycle, okay? We've done the closing to earth. Our hands are on top of our dantian. We slowly drop the hands as we shift the weight to the right foot, bend the right knee. As this arm starts the arc up to heaven, pivot the left foot. Can you see my foot? Let me move back. Hands are on the dantian. Slowly drop the hands. Weight on the right foot. Arm comes up. Pivot the left foot and heel, swipe around, brushing off the left hand. Okay, that's the end of the turn, okay? So then we have to take the right arm again, around again one time. 1, pinky, left pinky, right ring, left ring, right middle, left middle. You don't have to wiggle the finger, just move it once. Forefinger, forefinger, right thumb, left thumb, and notice your weight's already on the right heel, so you pivot to your left, reach up to heaven, step over, brush off, and then do the first with the same arm. So see that first one that pivots us around doesn't count as part of the 10. That's the turn, brushing off, and then it's pinky, pinky, ring, ring, middle, middle, pointer, pointer, thumb, thumb. And then weight's already on this right heel. So we pivot the left foot, we bring this right arm up to heaven, step over, brush off, and then same right arm, pinky, pinky, ring, ring, middle, middle, pointer, pointer, thumb, thumb. And this is the fourth direction. So we're going to have a closing, but we'll learn that later. It's simple. It's like the earth closing, but with one extra step. So what I want us to do now, in the time we have left, is to start at the beginning. We'll do one earth cycle of 4 directions and pretend that we've done all 4 of them. And that will have us ending up facing east, from which point we will start the earth cycle. And okay, so let's start at the beginning. Facing east. Here we go. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball, right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang, right hand up, left hand down. Rotate your hands, come back together with the left hand on the bottom. Separate again, left hand up, right hand down. Rotate, come together on the sides of the ball in front of your heart. And then lift that chi ball up through the heavens, down through the cosmos, deep into the earth, and pull that energy up through your legs, your hips, your torso, into your heart. Open your heart and take it out in front and move it to the right, to the moon in the past. Move it to the left, to the sun and the future. And back to the right, to the stars and the present moment. Then down in the front of Dantian with right hand on the bottom. Rotate your hands, change position, flip, change position, flip, right hand's on the bottom. Weight on the right foot, pivot the left foot and elbow, step left and scoop left, step right and scoop right. Scoop left, and as you scoop right, pivot to the left and bring the right hand under the left. Rotate your hands, change position, flip, change position, flip. Weight on the right foot, pivot, left foot and elbow, step left and scoop left, step right and scoop right, step left, step right. And then up to the sides, down to the earth, up through the cosmos, down through the heavens, up through the heavens, down into the body, to the Dantian. And we've been through 4 directions. We're going to skip to the heavenly cycle. And we do that by putting the weight on the right foot as we drop the hands. Pivot to the left as we reach up to the heavens and step over, brush off, end of turn. Now, first with the right hand, pinky, left hand, pinky, ring finger, middle finger, middle finger, pointer, pointer, thumb, thumb. Note your weight's on the right heel, so pivot to the left, reach up to heaven, step over, brush off. You don't have to make a sound. In fact, we don't make a sound, but I did it just to call your attention to it. Right pinky, left pinky, right ring, left ring, middle, middle, pointer, pointer, right thumb, left thumb. Weights on the right heel, pivot the left foot, turn, step over, brush off, right pinky, left pinky, right ring, left ring. Remember, I'm facing you now, so I'm moving the opposite arm. Don't let that mess you up. And turn, brush off. And at this point, we would close out the heavenly cycle, but I'm not going to get into that closing today. Remember, I said it's simple. You don't have to worry about it coming up for you. It's just like the earth closing, but with one extra step. So I hope you enjoyed the new learning today. I hope you have time to practice before next week. Have a great week, and thanks for being here.